Okay, folks, we're here today at Action Impact with this young man. What's your name, sir?
Neil Emanuel.
And what do you do here?
I'm one of the several firearm specialists here at Action Impact.
Okay, all right, sir. What are we going to do today?
Well, today we're going to disassemble some of the firearms, in particular the Smith & Wesson, the Sigma series, or the S&W 40VE or S&W 9VE. They will both disassemble the same way, and their very newest addition to their pistol firearms, which is the Smith & Wesson SD40. They will both disassemble the same way, whether it's 9 or 40, and the SD as well. And the very first thing we're going to do, again, we're going to practice our 3 safeties. Always keep your finger off the trigger, point the muzzle in a safe direction, and always assume that the firearm is loaded. In this particular firearm, the Smith & Wesson SD40, we'll bring the slide all the way back so that way it locks. We visually check the barrel to make sure it's not loaded. As you can see right there, it isn't. And there's your magazine. Then release the magazine. Put your thumb on the slide catch. Take some of that pressure by pulling the slide back, and then press down on the slide catch so that way the slide goes forward.
Let's back up a little bit. Now, you said release the magazine. How do you do that? Is there some type of switch on it?
Yes. This little button right here basically is what you will press down in order for you to be able to release the magazine.
Gotcha.
Okay?
All right.
And then what I would like you to do is point in a safe direction, fire it, and then hold it in this position in your hand. Okay? Now what you're going to do here, basically you're going to bring the slide back about 1/8 of an inch. When you bring the slide back, at the same time, there's 2 little levers right over here and on this side as well. These 2 levers, you're going to basically pull them down as you bring the slide back about 1/8 of an inch. And it's going to be like so, and then push the slide forward. Slide comes off of the frame. Set the frame down. Remove the recoil guide spring. Then remove the barrel. And this gun has been disassembled and it's ready to be cleaned.
Okay.
Now both these guns will disassemble the same way, whether it's the SD or the S&W 40 or S&W 9 or the Sigma series.
Okay. Now, can you show me how to put this back together with
Sure.
the same ease?
Hold the slide back in your left hand, put the barrel in, and then you have your recoil guide as well. There's the flat end right here, which is slightly bigger than the other flat end. And the smaller one is going to go forward. As you can see, that's going to fit it in perfectly. This side will not. So we're going to put the smaller end in. And then there are a notch that's going to sit right back there. So check and visually make sure that I always bring it to eye level so that way I can see it properly. Make sure that this end is all the way at the bottom notch.
Okay, yeah, there are 2 notches there.
Yes, there are. Make sure it's at the bottom notch, not the top notch.
Put it on the top notch.
It won't not, the slide will not go into the frame.
I got you.
And you'll start wondering what did you do wrong, and basically that's what it is. Then hold the frame with your right hand if you are a right-handed person. And you see these channels right here, I'm going to guide them into this rail at the bottom right there. And basically just gently, do not force it, guide it in slowly, all the way back, and then just pull the slide back all the way and it automatically locks by itself.
Okay.
And this gun is disassembled again.
All right.
And then you can put your magazine in and you're done. Again, both of them, the SD40 and the S&W series or the Sigma series, will both disassemble and assemble the same way.
Okay. Well, just because you have them both on a table, let's go ahead and do the
Sigma series?
Sigma series, yes.
Sure. Again, 3 safeties. Keep your finger off the trigger, point the muzzle in a safe direction, and assume that the firearm is loaded. Bring the slide all the way back so that way it locks. Visually check the barrel to make sure that there's no round in there, and there isn't. And here's your magazine at the same time, it's not loaded. Then release the magazine by pressing the magazine release button, which is right over here.
Gotcha.
And this is what we call the slide catch. You're going to put your thumb on the slide catch, bring the slide back, taking the tension off, and then pressing down on the slide catch. And then the slide will go forward. Point the gun in a safe direction, fire it, and hold it back in this position. Then we're going to bring the slide back about 1/8 of an inch. While we're doing that, we're going to pull both of these levers downwards.
Let's see those levers again.
This is the one that's on the left, and that's the one on the right. So when you have the handgun in your hands like this, put your index finger and your thumb on the levers, pull back the slide about 1/8 of an inch, pull down on the levers, and let the slide go forward. And then the slide comes off the barrel.
Excellent.
Okay? Set the frame down. Remove your recoil guide spring, and then you can remove the barrel. And now the Smith & Wesson SW40 or 9 or the Sigma series is disassembled. And we'll put it back for you in about 2 seconds as well.
Alrighty.
Hold the slide back in your left hand. Put the barrel into the slide. Bring it all the way back. Again, you have the bigger flat end and the smaller flat end. Obviously, the smaller one is going to sit here because that's what's going to fit into that little hole. The bigger one will not fit. So we're going to put the smaller end in first. And then you have 2 notches over here. Make sure the flat end, the rear flat end, sits on the bottom notch. Just like that. And check it visually at eye level to make sure it's at the bottom notch, which it is in this case. Then hold the frame in your right hand if you are a right-handed person. And you have these channels, you're going to guide them gently. Make sure that they're sitting in properly. And then just pull the slide all the way back, and it'll lock itself automatically.
Awesome.
And this gun is assembled again.
Okay, sir. Well, we appreciate it. We're going to move on to some other handguns, aren't we?
Okay? Yes, we are.